Last month, when I was doing the show from Adelaide, I spoke with Mark Green, a hard-working South Australian-based electrician originally from Scotland. Mark has been on a bridging visa since arriving in Australia 10 years ago to fill labour shortages in the solar industry. But due to several companies going bust while he was working for them and the vagaries of our immigration system, Mark and his wife and daughter were due to be deported last night, despite lots of appeals to the government through the media. Immigration Minister Andrew Giles intervened at the last minute and after being prompted, apparently, by the South Australian Premier Peter Malinauskas, granting this 1 month extension to the family's deportation order. To me, this is an open and shut case. A hard-working bloke and his family who came here legally, who've never sought or received any assistance from the taxpayer, should be allowed to stay permanently. It was only last week that the Albanese government granted the Natasalingam family from Billawheeler permanent residency, despite both parents coming to Australia illegally on separate people smuggling vessels. They failed so many court appeals. Anyway, here's Shadow Home Affairs Minister Karen Andrews speaking publicly today.
Clearly, the actions that this government has taken was always going to result in a conga line of people wanting to say, well, you've allowed people who arrived here illegally to stay. I've arrived illegally. Why can't I stay? That's a very predictable outcome.
Well, that's a wrong-headed and unfair comparison, given the Green family arrived here legally. That's the crucial difference. We've been fairer to a family who arrived here illegally. They weren't even a family then, of course, but two people who arrived here illegally, than we have to a family who came here under the laws with a visa. What happened to good old sense of a fair go in this country? Mark Green joins me again from Adelaide. Mark, tell us about how distressing it must have been late yesterday, expecting to fly out, and then suddenly you're allowed to stay.
Last minute. What can I say? It's a little bit of stress relief there for 1 month, until the minister actually gets to make his decision, and hopefully he will make the right decision. We're certainly not out of the water yet, but hopefully we can get there.
Well, tell about the practical implications of this. Do you have a house that's all packed up? Did you lock up a house and leave it, or have you ended a lease and now you've got nowhere to live for a month? What's your situation?
So our lease actually runs out in October. So we do have premises to stay in. We've very limited furniture. We've got the essentials that we can get by with just now. Money is very, very tight for us, but we are managing, and we're just hoping for the government to step in and see that we've done everything legally, we've done everything the right way, and we just want peace of mind. We just want stability.
Yeah. Your daughter's gone to school, your wife's working, you've always been working, you haven't been drawing welfare. All that's happened is these companies have fallen over, and that's broken your period of 3 years of continuous employment by someone. And so when they fall over, you have to start from scratch again. So it's really just an unfortunate situation that's befallen you. Preventing you from filling the time to go straight on to permanent residency, which was obviously your plan and the accepted plan of the immigration system.
Yeah, all we want is to stay here. This is our home. My daughter wants to go to university, and she can't go to university. Our friends have already started university, and it's not fair on a young teenage mind, the uncertainty, we just want to be here, There's nothing back home for us. We've got no home back home. We've got no home back in Scotland. This is our life here. It's just so stressful for us, We just need an answer. We need the right answer, and hopefully the minister will see that we have done nothing wrong, and will grant us either that visa or the different bridging visa, so we can then apply for our permanent residence.
Yeah, it's so obvious that you've done nothing wrong, that you're doing the right thing, that you're helping this country. He has the power to make this decision, the minister. He just needs to weigh it up, and with the stroke of the pen, he can fix this. And so let's hope he does that. In the meantime, what are you doing?
So he has given us an extension, the Minister has given us an extension for 1 month, which allows us to work, continue working in the country until he makes his decision, and we can continue working in the country legally. Yeah, my wife is going back to work, I'm going back to work, you know, just so that we can support ourselves through this until the right decision is made, hopefully.
Yeah, well, good on you, Mark. Keep in touch with us and we'll do anything we can to help out, because they've just got to make the right decision here, and good luck to you and your family.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mark Green there, electrician from Adelaide. He and his family have got to be allowed to stay. They've got a lot of support from other media around the country, which is good. It needs to be brought to the attention of the government. We are short of workers in this country, and we are short of good families happy to work. And here's a mob who have not broken a single law and not put their hand out for welfare. And they've just been an unfortunate circumstance where the companies have gone bust, so they haven't got to permanent residency. The Minister needs to grant it. And as you can see from Mark, grant it as soon as possible. Don't leave it a month. Every day is a stress for them. Do it tomorrow. Do it yesterday so they can get on with their lives.